Pat Buchanan, as we wrap things up, I mean, in a sense, do you see what Eugene and Dan are saying in terms of Michael Steele's statements being out of step?
Well, listen, I've agreed with that from the beginning. I mean, when you immediately withdraw your statement and then make phone calls all weekend, you've stepped into a cow pie.
That's the part that hurts.
What bothers me is the effort here, I think, to force a position on the Republican Party before they've gone through their primary process. And I think 2 years from now, when we come into the fall of 2012, I don't want to see the Republican Party locked into an endless war.
Can I just respond to that? Last week there was a vote in Congress. Almost 150 Democrats in Congress voted for a timeline, to impose a timeline on President Obama. The overwhelming majority of Republicans voted against imposing a timeline. If that is the we don't have to wait for a primary. We should have that discussion during the primary. We have a debate right now, and Republicans are pretty unanimous on it.
I know,
so
but what I'm saying
let's
is,
just wait for the process to play out. There are votes in Congress.
Don't start purging a guy because he said something different.
I want to purge him because he's playing politics with a really sensitive issue at a really raw time.
Well, look,
in a very difficult war.
You guys were wrong on Iraq, and you got us into
you
that.
Guys.
You guys that had all that intel on WMD that talked us into an unnecessary war.
Thank you, Mark. He's prepping me.
By the way,
would we have been safer if Saddam Hussein were in power?
Senor.
We would be safer if we had those 4,000 guys back alive and the 35,000 wounded weren't wounded.
That is a real discussion and a very legitimate point, and we should have it. I know we're...
I'll tell you this. You're going to have to come back. You make great points, but I will tell you, as long as we are losing these young men and women in Afghanistan, and most people don't really understand why, it's a raw time, and we're still going to have to talk about it.